So, this is how it goes. I've started a new series on transforming all of the boss altars into a fancy looking base. And this time on our list are the Elder's Pillars. We're going to build something amazing around this summoning square, and by the end, even bring a little extra to it. By the way, gotta give props to the person that suggested this great idea. Last time I had too much on my shoulders and I totally did not forget about it. Yeah, totally. I can't even remember what I had for breakfast. So I welcome you all to the second installment on building a house for every boss altar. One more thing, thank you guys for helping me out, and now we're getting closer and closer to that 1000 sub goals. So, if you're not subscribed, hit that button. And I'll make sure you'll see even more interesting builds and things in the near future. And with that said, let's start building. First of all, this build will be in 5 different sections. The main hall and 4 separate rooms. Let's start with the main hall. Grab a 2-meter beam. After the last time this word gives me nightmares. And line it just a bit off the edge in the middle square. This will be the outline for the main room. After you made the perfect square, replace the corners so the build doesn't feel like a box. And delete and replace 2 beams with 1-meter ones on both opposite sides. I've decided to build towers out of the stone pillars, so this is the entrance to them. The wall's height will be 4 meters. Leave a small entrance to the runestone. And place doors on opposite sides. And add some windows. As a lot of Valheim players, I love to build an outline for the window, so it isn't that flat. Some arches. And an outline from dark wood beams, to get that cozy feeling inside. Doesn't it look pretty? Then, raise the ground by filling the space with some stone floor tiles. And now for the best part. The roof. Let's start with 2 26-degree beams on both sides. Then close them off with some 45 degrees. And after that, connect them together. Replicate this throughout the build until it looks something like this. Don't forget to leave a hole in the middle like I did. Then, fill out the empty spaces with some shingled roof or thatch. The choice is yours. But leave the top middle part empty for now. There we will place some ladders. Break the middle section and add more beams. And more roof tiles. And close everything with some manual placed ladders. And don't forget to close the hole on the inside. Now comes the best part. The towers. The staircase is really simple, just watch. The trickiest part is to get that right distance to the towers, so they look and feel similar. After building the stairs, make an octagon that starts from the 1 meter beam. Repeat this process to all 4 pillars. Then, fill everything with floor tiles and remove the inside beams. Now for the walls and windows. 4 meter height is enough. And all of the walls are placed outwards to give that extra texture. As they say, the more details, the better it looks. So I've placed a rim over the walls as well. Here's where it gets interesting. For the roof, I used 26-degree beams and sealed them together with 45 degrees. I'll show you the whole thing from the outside. As well, added crosses to get that short overhang. And connected everything with a lot of beams. Make sure to build in one direction. This will let you place the roof more efficient and faster. And the middle part as well. As for the roof, I wanted it to poke its top a little bit more, so it stands out. That's why I'm using only 26-degree shingled roof tiles for every layer. Sometimes the roof leaks, so don't forget to close the middle part of the ceiling. And for the inside, connect the crosses that are pointing in with beams. Some windows, doesn't really matter if it's cages or something else, as long as it stands out. And make a frame for each one. You should end up with something like this. Just need to make 3 more of them. Add the door frame with 1 meter beam at the bottom. Some railings to finish the main structures. Do it on both sides. And to make the tower stand out, made some ledges for every window. Connected every wall with beams. Manually placed dark wood all around, just above the lower beam. And added a second layer for each and every corner. Believe me when I say it, just by placing a second layer, the build will drastically change its appearance, and in a good way. And for the cherry on top, some red banners. I love this color more than any other. And what is your banner of choice? This one is optional, but I like the idea that something is supporting the towers. So I made 4 custom pillars that are connected with each one, for every tower. and covered the middle part with some item stands. Let's come clean. I spent a lot of time just designing the towers, to make them simple but at the same time pleasing to the eye. And I loved the end results. And what do you think? After all of this, extended the roof to the sides. And did the same thing with beams on the top as well. And made an overhang for the front of the build. Finished the secret room for the stone with some walls and gave it an overhang similar to the front, but only extended the roof for a meter. And the last piece of the puzzle was adding an extra layer of beams all around the main build and stairs. I'll spare you from the whole thing. As one person asked about the walls, here's the truth. I have no idea how to build them. I just mix everything together and see what seems fit for the moment. But I love adding dragon heads together to get that strange and interesting look. Let me show you what I have in mind. The heads are placed in each other, so they create a small arch. And that's what I did for my last build. Just placed them in between the stone pillars and that's it. This one was a bit different. I've inserted a stake wall inside the stone wall. And covered everything with some wood. Maybe it's not practical against mobs and can get easily destroyed. But, as I said, I don't know what I'm doing. This stuff is random. So cut me some slack with this one. Here's your safety measures. Now when everything is done, let's peek behind the curtains and see for ourselves, is it worth building or not? Reserve some space in the front for farming and smelting, but there's plenty of room to place a lot of equipment if you need it. And this is my new home. Looks majestic enough. Can't even tell that this was the Elder spawn location. Now let's see what's behind door number 1. There's a lot of stuff happening here, and a lot of crafting station that can fit. And there's enough space for any type of decorations. Don't mind this door for now, I'll show you it later. I came to a conclusion. I enjoy decorating more than building. So I've spent hours just picking the stuff that you can place on the walls. Every tower here is unique, with its own charm. Here's the main crafting area. A small storage room that can hold your metal and equipment. Don't you just love the new barrels? Because I'm in love with them. A magical / wizard tower. And there's even a corner for alchemy. To be honest, I ran out of idea for the 4th tower, and this what came out. I think that I'm forgetting something. It would be a sin to not use this place to the fullest. So let me show you what's behind the last door. A small portal that leads to an underground base below the boss altar. There's a lot of space to play with. So I made a storage room for the small essentials. Of course there will be a throne hall. What Viking doesn't dream about one? And the final room of this little maze is the bedroom. Here you can get away from everything and just relax knowing that all the problems are not on your level. And that's about it. I consider this build my most favorite and the most beautiful one. And what are your thoughts? So thank you for watching and just sticking with me till the end. I hope you enjoy watching as much as I did making it. And I'm looking forward to see you in the next one.